drag mods.
Alright, hey, another video, a lot faster. Yeah, thank you coronavirus. Anyway, let's get this boner on, and we'll get the half shaft or half shaft and the carrier. I'm not using nylock nuts because that's what came on it, but I'm using an aircraft nut. Looks about like this, and along with that I'm using these really cool washers, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're serrated, and let's see if I can get a good view on that. So they're serrated and they're cupped, so you know, when you clamp them down, then these little teeth bite into the back of nut and bite into this. It's kind of like a star washer, but better and cheaper than a Night, or cheaper than Norlock. Is that what they're called? The two washers with the cams that fit together. Anyway, I like them, and I bought a shitload of them, and I got them at MasterCard, and we're going to use them, and we're going to put it together. All right, so shims. You know, I probably said something in the video before, but I didn't clean these up. Shame on me. Spank me. So I'm essentially, I took them off and I put them in order. There's some actually on the back side of the rotor. I covered it in another video. I'm not sure which one. It was probably a year ago because I'm horrible at getting this done, or life just gets in the way. I hate that. Anyway, so these serve as two purposes. They center the rotor between the brake calipers, and they also are used to adjust the camber. So we might just get to take this apart if the camber's off. So anyway, I'm going to stick these on for now, and they only go on one way. If I could figure out which way that is. There we go. Now, let's offer this bad boy up. And you just kind of stick it on there. It's best to kind of get, it only goes on one way. And I haven't figured out which way it is. Oh, there we go. Alright. And then what I like to do is just put a piece of wood. He said wood. Just to kind of hold it. And of course there's paint on this, so it's not really fitting all that flush, so probably just a little friendly persuasion here. There you go. Stick the washers on. Alright, and these I believe are 11/16. Yeah, I like watching the other videos of people doing these things, and because, you know, they just make it look so easy. Oh, you just stick that on there. Oh, but what they don't tell you is you fucked around with it for 2 days. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe these guys are better at, well, I'm sure they are. Alright, get a wrench. Stick a wrench on it.
Cue the music.
That's what she said. Buddy, you need a longer one. Yeah, so these get torqued down to between 49 and 50 foot-pounds. And to keep this from spinning, you just kind of pull on the, oops, wrong way. Pull on the emergency brake, and it'll kind of keep it from spinning. Yeah, and the other thing that I discovered is I didn't get Spicer U-joints. I probably should have, but I didn't. And the U-joints, I mean the Zerk fittings or grease fittings or whatever you want to call them, that come on a Jag are kind of bent just over to the side. Just a anyway, and you know, at the time I didn't think anything about it, and so I tried to thread the old ones back on, or actually what I did is I got new ones, but the threads don't start in the same place, and so I couldn't get it tight and have the point of the U-joint coming out between the crotch of the U-joint. I hate that when it happens. So I went with the straight ones. Well, they have these nice little covers that go over it, make it all nice and pretty. I don't know why, but probably, I don't know. Different topic. So I put them on the other side. I've got them on, which was probably not a good idea because more than likely they're going to come off again and scratch up my pretty paint job. Whoa, seriously sidetracked. My point is with the straight ones that I put in, the holes don't quite line up, especially at this end, and that may come to bite me in the ass. But you know, hey, it's an adventure. So yeah. So I'm kind of holding this thing down so I don't pull it up, you know, push it off onto the back of the XJ6 that's in front of it, and pulling on the emergency brake at the same time. I suppose I could go get a ratchet strap or a big ass clamp and clamp it together, but that would be too easy. There. Alright, now torque wrench time. Alright, now let's stick the carrier on. We spent so much time, or I spent so much time dicking around with it last weekend. Now we're going to actually stick it where it belongs. So, where's the carrier? Oh, here it is. Alright, so I'm going to have to get some of this crap out of the way. This is more shims, more feeler gauges. It's a little bit of a challenge because you've got Mr. Floppy here that you're dealing with, as well as trying to, you know, get stuff lined up at that end. And what I do is, instead of running the bolt through, I've precisionally ground by chucking this up in a drill motor and running it along the belt sander like this to get it so it fits through here. Well, you'll see in just a minute. I know, yeah. Okay, so, oh fuck. Alright, so the other part of this is this needs, they say to put, I think, Loctite on here about 3/4 or 1/3 of the way, so about that much. And so you don't want to use red because you'll never get it off again. I discovered that with the washer, and I twisted I was replacing the drum bearings in the wash machine, and this says, oh, put a little Loctite on it. Well, the only stuff I had was red, and so I just put a little itty bitty drop on it, and I couldn't get the bolt off, and it was rubbing. And long story short, I got a new washing machine. So, oh, here we go. At the point of no return. So I'm just going to put just a drop. Oh, yeah, and see, I clamped that down. Little dab will do ya. Just a little drop. just kind of smear it with my fingers, I guess. Don't want to get it on the threads because, yeah, you don't want to get it on the threads. Because it's got a castle nut and a cutter pin. Alright, here we go. Here's another nifty little trick. I've got to... These parts get kind of heavy when you're trying to jockey all this shit around and you know, one hand, and so if you got a buddy, that would be very helpful. If you don't, like I don't have any friends, you've got to, you know, figure out how you're going to make this work. And so I've got a nice XJS above my head that I can hook a ratchet strap to, and look at that magic. Alright, I'm not sure that I really want to do that quite yet. Yeah, I don't think I do. I'm going to just kind of put that up out of the way and kind of give this thing a little hand job. Oh baby. Alright, now let's stick it together. And you just kind of thread it through. Get the splines to line up. Give it a little wiggle. And you probably want to put the castle net and washer on it just to keep it from falling off. It's one less thing you have to worry about. Alright, just finger tight. Now, I'm just kind of drop this into place. Just kind of drop this into place. Let's see, how'd I do? Well, it's a little high, but... Alright, I still have a dummy shaft in here on the short one that's the same width as this to keep all the bits from wiggling out, and then I'm going to use this one to push it through. So,
Maestro, cue the music.
We can la la la, la la la. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Ta-da! Alright, shim time. I don't know how good this is going to be, but we'll give it a go. So you just kind of wiggle it in, and then I use the shaft here to kind of hold it in place. So just kind of wiggle it in. Oh fuck. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And you kind of use your finger to push it down. Ooh, 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 that's looking good. And so I'm putting pressure on it that way, so whatever wiggle room we actually have is helpful. So there's one side. Now, get to do this again for the other side. Alright, so we're going to start at 6/1000ths.
Alright, this is where we're at. We've got 2 3/1000ths shims, one on each side, and now I'm checking to see if we need another set of shims or not.
No, 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 no. Well, where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of push on one side, and 6/1000 I can get it in there, but it's tight. So that means we get one more shim on either side.
Maestro, cue the music.
So I'm kind of pushing down on this rod to kind of help guide these into place. The last one's always a bitch because, ta-da! Because, you know what, this rod's too small. This is the one I should have been using. Oh dear. Now I need to tighten this up before the Loctite sets, and oh shit, I got Loctite everywhere. And yeah, so this gets tightened up to 100. It's between 100 and 120 foot-pounds. Turn that on. Wrong way. A little tighter, a little break. I sure hope I don't have any pieces left over when I'm done. Alright, we are at 75, 78, 80, emergency brake, emergency brake. 90. There we go. All right. This, my friends, is done. Well, no, I mean it's not totally done. I still have to put the covers on, and we'll cover. In the next video, we'll replace the shocks. I've got the toe strap I've got to clean up to put on over here. Before we flip it over, I've got to put the plate on, and we've got more lock wire. That was probably my least watched video. It's kind of like watching bowling. Sorry if you watch bowling. That was kind of rude. Much better. I chipped my paint. Much better. All right, so yeah, we are making progress. So thanks for watching. If you find these videos helpful, please leave me a comment and tell me how wonderful I am. And if you find anything that I'm doing wrong, by all means, you know, don't hesitate. You know, my wife does, so you guys are part of the family now. Thanks for watching. Ring the bell. You can ring my bell. I won't do that. To get notifications, subscribe if you found these useful, and see you next go round. watching.